am in a rugged terrain in Region 1. Lots of down timber. And what brings me here is I'm joining MontanaFWP along with University of Montana. And the purpose of this research is to have a better understanding of what drives elk population. What eat elk and what do elk eat? Tucked in a remote area in Region 1 is a cabin serving a base for MontanaFWP and partners to track collared cow elk. Biologists are monitoring these elk in hopes that the cow has given birth to a calf during a short window of late May and early June.
Cows are calving or have a calf, they act a little bit differently. They'll be staying close to a particular area. There's also a couple physical signs on the cow's body that you can look for. One that's sort of interesting is their coat will often appear more sleek after they give birth because of like hormonal changes and stuff that's going on.
Biologists are collaring calves to better understand the elk population in this region. Calves are collared because their survival can influence elk populations. The data gathered will determine if calf elk are surviving to adulthood, and, if not, what the cause of their death might be, such as predation. There are a few methods to trying to find a camouflaged elk in these woods. One method is utilizing a helicopter as an aerial viewpoint due to the heavily forested area. Once a cow elk has been located, the team has a 2-hour window to find it. Fortunately, working in tandem with the helicopter, they located the calf in just minutes. The team worked swiftly on securing a collar to minimize the interaction with wildlife.
Collars will be on for about a year or until they break off as their necks expand.
There is a brief window for capturing. A 3-day-old calf is more agile and can easily keep up with its mom. So, with little rest, the team is working around the clock for another, hopefully, successful collaring effort.
We're gonna go up this ridge here to check out where an elk collared female has been hanging out and try to see if we can't find ourselves a calf.
Remember I said there are a few methods to tracking elk? The other method is the grid search strategy, in which all team members walk in straight lines a few meters apart to avoid overlooking a hidden calf.
It's very hard, yeah.
Tiny and camouflaged.
Tiny and camouflaged and a lot of vegetation. It doesn't make it easy for us.
Along with collaring calves, biologists are collecting vegetation from the region and collaring predators for a more in-depth look at impacts on the elk population.
Elk are really interesting because they're herd animals, but when they go to give birth, they actually separate from the herd, so they'll have a big movement away from the herd, and then they'll cluster in a really small concentrated area, and they give birth by themselves, so they're alone. And then after they give birth and have time to bond and spend time with the calf, and the calf grows and becomes more stable and sturdy, they'll then meet up with other cows and form what we call nursery groups, and they'll stay in those, so it's pretty neat.
Despite the effort in this search, not every outing is successful.
Definitely a lot of factors. You just have such a small window to actually find them before they're too mobile for you to catch. You have less than 5 days generally. Even by that 4th, 5th day, they're starting to get pretty mobile. So sometimes you just miss your window, and that's the way it goes.
For more information on this project, visit fwp.mt.gov.